I'm the Genius Asian. Welcome to the Genius family.
Exploring Puerto Rico's top attractions. Welcome to Puerto Rico, where natural beauty and history come alive. Let's explore some must-visit spots, starting with El Yunque National Forest, a tropical rainforest, the only tropical rainforest in the United States. Let's practice pronunciation with a native speaker.
The rainforest.
Yunque?
In Yunque, okay.
En Yunque.
He's trying to get the right pronunciation.
El
Yunque.
El
So the
Yunque.
Y is like more like a J.
El Yunque is free to enter, but for just $8 per person, the Visitors Center also offers exhibits and insights into the forest's unique ecosystem. Not far from the Visitors Center and entry to El Yunque, you will get to La Coca Falls, a stunning natural landmark perfect for a quick photo stop. Next along the way, Yokahu Tower.
Lluvia is rain.
Julia is rain, and
Yokahu is the name of the tower.
tower. Okay.
Yeah, basically what we think except with a J instead of a Y sound.
You can climb up for panoramic views of the rainforest. Many visitors choose to cool off in the refreshing pools and waterfalls at Juan Diego Creek, just a short walk up from the road. For the adventurers, hike up to El Yunque Peak or explore the historic Mount Britton Tower. Britton Tower.
Trail can take you to the tower.
There are other trails and waterfalls, but on the day we visited, some were not open to visitors. Cueva del Indio. The main reason people come here is the cave. Cueva del Indio offers an intriguing cave with crashing waves. The upper part of the cave, from which you can look down through various openings to the caverns below, is not too difficult to access, although you do have to walk over uneven rocky ground. Close-toed shoes are a must. Getting into the lower caverns is difficult, as there are no stairs, ladders, or rails. The entrance is through this small opening, which is itself hard to get into. Some people employ experienced guides to help them.
Toe and jam it over here into the wall. You kind of kick the wall a little bit to get your toes to the end of your shoe, get a nice grip over there. Two hands are gonna go on this surface here. There's nothing to grab onto until you get up there. To get up there, you have to take a leap of faith, like so. Boing. Once you're up here, you can balance on your right toe. Left foot goes up, right foot goes up, and you're in. I'm gonna turn on this little light of mine, and I'm gonna let it shine. Provide you ladies with some illumination. Yes, ma'am. Up on that step. Let me see those two hands. I want you to bring that right toe out there into that pocket.
I'm gonna slip off, is it? No, but I'm right here.
Trust yourself, and remember today is leg day. There you go. All right, I want you to kind of bounce up to it. If this was by itself with the swirl below, that's the simple wetness or water. Well, this is not from the indigenous people.
Okay. It's very old, maybe. Either that or Egyptian or Indian.
And if you look on the walls over here, there's also some alphanumeric characters over there. Somebody even left a phone number, it looks like. But yeah, definitely not from old times.
Yeah.
Not from the indigenous that are coming off of him, like little sun rays over there. That's how the Tainos, the indigenous people, depict the sun. There's a beautiful carving over here. This one is my favorite. You can see other indigenous carvings on almost all the walls down here. We believe that the juvenile Tainos would hang out here writing on the walls, much like they still do today, you know, and how they do with the rattle cage. It's like over there in La Placita that we passed through earlier. but we believe the juveniles would hang out down here with sticks and river rocks and carve these rocks. Not to be too much of a nerd, but this Nordiolite is a 4.5 on Mohs scale of hardness, which is relatively soft when it comes to rocks. Diamonds being a 9 or a 10, this is really easy to carve and cut away at if you want. We believe Mom would be at home with the kids, maybe doing some light farming, and Dad would be out hunting, fishing, and farming. And it's also believed they would hold spiritual ceremonies here and also meetings with the chieftain. This was a very sacred island to the Tainos. They would come from far and wide to worship here because they believed their main god lived in that rainforest. Yokahu lived over there, and they believed that all that fresh water was a sign that that main god was blessing that specific area, and that was his home. So they would come from far and wide to worship over here. There's a little seat around the corner. You'll get a much better view on it once we're in the cave, and we believe that's where the shaman or the chieftain might have sat to hang out with his people. They lived in tribes of about 35 to 40 people, so it's not unreasonable to think they could have gotten everyone into this area. I've seen school groups out here with probably 50 kids. Highlight. We get a lot of earthquakes. We get about 400 earthquakes each year. All but maybe 1 or 2 of those you will not feel. Occasionally you might get some good vibrations, sometimes some bad vibrations, and they have a way of rearranging some of our rocks.
Yeah.
Once you are finished looking around the cave, you can proceed along the path to view the arch, which is one of the 7 arches in this area. Note that the park is a public park with no entry fees. There is one private parking lot from which you can walk to Cueva del Indio. The parking lot was pretty empty the day we were there. There was a person there who had a table and tent set up, taking entry fees per person, not per car, for parking. Cash only, no credit card. We were able to negotiate the price and have heard that other people have paid different fees and that there are other access points for free. Please leave comments below to help other viewers about the price you have paid or any other tips.
Yesterday, I told Stephen yesterday we saw a snail.
Okay, this is my finger, this size, this finger size.
That was that big.
Cueva Ventana, window cave, can only be visited with a guided tour, which lasts a bit over an hour.
What's the name of the cave?
This is Cueva Clara in Spanish, but it's called translated as Clarity Cave.
Clarity Cave.
Clarity
Okay.
Cave, yeah.
Okay.
On the way to Cueva Ventana, you will go through Cueva Clara, Clarity Cave, and will see petroglyphs, fossils, and various other cave features.
Now these are approximately 800 years old. These are made by our Aborigines, our Tainos, okay? But the oldest one that we actually have is in the bottom here. I don't know if you can see the face. Now it was made by our Caicos. Now they came from the Peninsula Yucatan, Mexico. They were here before our Aborigines. And it's approximately 4,200 years old, okay?
Wow. Oh, I thought you meant the picture over there. Where is it at exactly? I'm taking a photo of it.
It's actually right here. You can see the 2 eyes in the mouth.
Oh, I see it.
Yes,
the
I
lower.
usually point it at the top of the head so
Got
I wish I
it.
could get it.
I can see it now.
Oh, it's the lower one.
Yes, the lower one.
Oh, I see it. Now I see the face.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Now
Now you guys,
That's good.
once you enter, yeah, that one looks nice.
Now it's, yeah,
Thank
this.
you.
Now this is the white hagway tree. Scientific name, Ficus bengalensis. It's approximately 100 years old and it came from the India. What's it doing here? I wish I knew, honestly. Now it's considered a parasitic tree. Why? He wraps around its host and he actually takes away their nutrients. Or a ghost forest. Why? Because as you can see, there's a lot of fruits around. As you know, water penetrates through the cave, water comes down.
Going through
When water
Cueva
hits the sea, we
Ventana,
have
you will
life
see
coming out.
ghost
But
forests,
the crazy part about these, as you can see, most of them have died. Why? And they have like a yellowish or whitish color sometimes because they don't go through the process of photosynthesis. So later on, they're just gonna die.
Oh, it is fruit.
And these are almonds.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
the Jamaican fruit bat. Bless you. All right, you guys. You ready?
bats, swallows' nests,
They're oviparos. They can lay about 3 eggs. Now they do their nests with their saliva and the dirt. They look like tiny little balconies. So they're pretty cute.
So you're talking about the black round thing?
Yep, this here is.
Okay, those, okay.
All right, you guys ready? Aborigines?
and more petroglyphs.
You guys want to take any pictures? No. Pretty interesting to see them. They're
Oh, there's a face here. Okay.
yes. With long legs, it's not a spider. It's usually the cave crickets. They grow pretty.
Then you arrive at the giant window from which the cave gets its name. It is a 680-foot drop off the edge,
Now, right now, 680 feet.
and the edge is eroding somewhat, so you cannot get too close.
Why?
Especially the picture over there. It's just
Oh, this is a very nice one.
it's very different. Now, this was also made by our Aborigines, so the ones we've shown you, at least the oldest one that we have, was the one that we showed you outside of Clara Cave. That one was 4,200 years old. From these that we've shown you inside the caves, approximately 800. Okay? Now, remember, a lot of people ask us, oh, what do these faces mean? Sadly, we don't have much information about our Tainos. A lot of things were lost. The language as well, so all we know is that, you know, they left this here.
So the big ears on each side, you know, the round.
Ears on the side,
Yeah.
the two eyes, the mouth, the head, and the body
Okay.
is very weird though.
Yeah, so on the above the ear there's another circle. What is it?
Over here,
No, the top.
top one?
Yeah.
I wouldn't know, honestly.
Oh.
No, they would make very different shapes, they were different faces,
Okay.
so still we don't have a definition for that.
So 800 years. Okay.
Now, here we have our fossil. If you get close, you'll be able to see the seashells along the side. We do have sea urchins that our partners have found, clams as well, seashells. Many, many fossils at the top of the second station. So if you guys are interested and you want to see them, you can.
Seems like I haven't seen any of the petroglyphs.
What's the name of this cave?
This cave is Window Cave that you just...
Window cave. And the first cave is again?
Cave.
Clear. But what about Spanish?
Cueva Clara. The first one was Cueva Clara, and the Window Cave is Cueva Ventana. At least here in Puerto Rico,
Okay.
caves is traduced in Spanish to cuevas.
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 Okay. And how do you compare this cave with the, you know, the main cave that closed now?
The caverns of Camuy?
Yeah. How do you compare that?
Well, when it comes to the caverns of Camuy, it's a different system of caves. It's bigger. You know, I haven't been there yet, but we have our supervisor that he worked there for many, many years.
Okay.
So if you want more insight about those caves, he's the best person.
So that is better than this one? Yes.
The people that have come here and talked about the caverns of Camuy, they basically said it's not the same. Why? Here at least you have a guided tour. You're more in touch with nature, you know? You have a different experience.
Your tour at Cueva Ventana finishes up with an introduction to some of the plants and other natural features of the area, including identification of Carrasco, the forest's most poisonous plant. Touching it will incur a burning rash that is likely to send you to the hospital.
It burns, okay?
So watch out.
Please be aware, do not touch it. Not so bad. Could give you a rash for about 30-40 minutes. Now, like she said before, Carrasco is the one you gotta worry about. Why? Carrasco gives you second to third degree burns, okay? You're actually right.
What?
This is termites at the bottom.
Termite. Oh, that
Now,
big?
this is called an arboreal tree mount, okay? Just so you know, sometimes you could get confused. People are curious. They end up throwing rocks at it to see if there's wasps coming out. This, at least, you know it's an arboreal tree mount, okay? We have a lot of these plants here. It's not aloe vera. You can see the spikes on it. It's called Maya. It was used back in the day to divide land, and people will use it basically to create a fence to keep the cows inside. Still to this day, we heard someone say that they still use it. Try not to touch it, it hurts, okay?
Oh, spikes. I don't see holes. What do you mean? Which?
Usually, here we go.
Oh, the bigger one. Oh,
Yeah.
so it's not the drawing the two eyes and one nose?
Oh, no,
Okay.
no, it's not a carving.
Okay.
It's actually made by this small little bird.
Oh.
It's called the Puerto Rican toady bird.
Oh, it's one to lay eggs.
He lays about 4 to 5 eggs. Life expectancy of this bird is actually 14 years, and he can make those holes about 9 to 10 inches long, okay? That tiny little guy. Now, usually you can't see him. Why? He's very small. If you hear a nyeh, nyeh, it means he's around. Now, the male, it's called the coupe tree. Sometimes we have coupe leaves all around the floor, like this one. It's the only one that looks nice and decent. You can touch it. It's not poisonous, I promise. You guys can pass it around. Now, usually it has like a leather texture. Spaniards used to write on it and create deck of cards as well. Now, if you touch the roots, pretty strong. They will use these to create tools for agriculture, create bows, arrows, and spears, okay?
Step back in time at Castillo San Cristobal and Castillo San Felipe del Morro. The San Felipe El Morro Castle is bigger and better than the San Cristobal Castle. So, if you can only visit one, you should visit El Morro. But because paying one ticket is good for both castles for 24 hours, the best is to save that receipt and time well so that you can visit both. The San Felipe El Morro Castle, you can easily spend a couple of hours looking through the various rooms and ramparts and strolling around the fortress walls. The San Felipe El Morro Castle, iconic fortresses that guard Puerto Rico's rich history. We show some clips here for both castles.
There it is. You have to crouch down. I can just
By Philip the Handsome? I'm crying.
It's 1 level, and 2 level, and 3 level.
San Cristobal Castle. If you rent a car and are visiting Old San Juan, be aware that you cannot park on the street. All street parking is reserved for the local people, and hotels may not have parking either, as everything is packed tightly together. There are parking garages, but the parking rate and hours are not easily available from the parking provider online, and when you arrive at the garage, the sign at the garage may not be in English. One evening, we parked at Covadonga Garage, but had to pay the daily rate $5 twice because we left for a couple hours then returned. The next evening, Coming back late, but before midnight, we found out the gate was closed at night. Then we parked at the Doña Fela garage a couple of blocks away. It is open 24/7, and the hourly rate was shown. There are a number of beaches along the north coast. One of the larger ones, with facilities, is Playa Puerto Nuevo. Experience night kayaking to a bioluminescent bay in Fajardo. If you have time, you can also go to the island of Vieques, off the east coast of Puerto Rico, to the famous Mosquito Bay. Be aware that the phase of the moon, recent weather, and time of year can all affect the amount of bioluminescence on any given night. And don't forget your bug spray, since you will be out in the evening.
Share this with people who you know that need it. Leave your own genius tips in the comment section below. Don't forget, I'm the Genius Asian. Subscribe for more useful videos.